Theodora Otu, the money woman, the financial lord, and the Odogures of money. We have been talking about investment, and I have told us what the basic definition of investment is, even to a layman, so that anyone can understand what investment means. And I've also told us about three tips to look out for when you want to buy shares from a company, because we have a lot of companies in Nigeria dishing out shares, and you don't know which to look out for. Like a lot of companies did very well in the first quarter of this year 2025, but Dangote cement did not really move, right? So you want to know, if I am to buy shares in this company, what am I to look out for? If you have not watched the first two editions of Investment 101, please go right now to the YouTube page, search for them, watch them before you continue with this, because it is a continuation from where we stopped. Now that you know the tips, what to look out for when investing as a beginner, if I were to give you an advice, what would it be? I had someone ask me that question. As a beginner who wants to just start investing, I just finished my housemanship, I'm waiting to serve and then start working, but I want to start early to build wealth. As a beginner, what would you advise me? And here's my advice to you. These are the key advice that I give to fresh beginners who want to venture into the world of investment. Number one, start with education, and that is what we are doing here on this channel. Start with education. We might not be so detailed on this channel, right? But when we call for workshops, we go into details about what investment is, where you can invest in, the different companies that are viable, different classes of assets. So start with educating yourself. Understand the basic investment concept, understand risk, understand your risk, your own risk tolerance. Apart from understanding that investment is a risk, understand your own risk tolerance, and understand your financial goals. Why are you investing? What are you investing for? What is the end goal of this investment? In everything I do about money, I always say, if you don't set a goal, you would use up the money recklessly when the dividends or when the ROI comes. If you save endlessly, you spend it recklessly. The same way, if you invest aimlessly, you will use the money recklessly when your ROI comes. So you must have a financial goal. Why are you investing? Number two, select clear financial goals. I'm just rebuttressing that fact, right? That you need to define what you want to achieve through investing. It could be you're investing to buy a property, you're investing for your retirement, you're investing for your children's education, especially since you're a beginner and you're really young. Okay, so it could be for your children's education, it could be for a project, it could be for your own education. It could be for vacation. Yes, you can invest just to live a good life. It's a good way to not dip money into your pocket, right? Something, a passive income is bringing the money that you will use to go on vacation. So, what is the financial goals? Define what you want to achieve through this investment, or maybe you're just investing to build wealth. Yes, so you want to keep it for 10 years and accumulate some level of wealth. What do you want to what are you investing for? For me, one of the purposes of my investment is to leave an inheritance for my child. All right, so I want to invest so that by the time I'm retiring, I have built up enough funds for my son to start up life with. That is one of my investment goals, right? So be specific, be clear about your financial goals. Number three, diversify. Diversify. Spread investment across different asset classes to minimize risk. So don't put all your investment in one place. I know they say put all your eggs in one basket. No, when it comes to investment, that does not stand. You don't put all your eggs in one basket. You need to diversify in order to minimize risk. So you diversify in order to minimize risks by investing in different asset classes. In the next episode, we're going to be talking about the different asset classes, and then in the last episode about investment 101, I'm going to be telling you why it's important for you to invest with a wealth manager versus investing by yourself. So diversify your investment, spread your investment across different asset classes. One of the reasons why a lot of people have lost their money is because of impatience. They want to make the money now, now, now. I always say that investment is making money over time, not making money overnight, right? So you build wealth over time, not overnight. So you need to be patient. Investment, like I said, is a long-term game. Avoid emotional decisions based on short-term market fluctuations, and also avoid very high ROI, because most times those are the investments that get you into trouble. They crash, and I can tell you that for free because I've been a victim of very high ROI, and the investments crashed and I lost a whole lot of money. I lost so much it felt like I was starting all over again. But I thank God that I've been able to build back to a certain extent, and I am still building. Now, number 5 is you need to understand risk. Know that all investments carry risk. Assess your risk tolerance and invest accordingly. Someone like me, I have a very high risk appetite because I have been in the game for a very long time. I have educated myself, and now I know what to do and what not to do. You may just be starting up, and so your risk appetite is very low. So start from where you are. Don't try to do the things that I do, because when you lose the kind of money that I lose, you might not survive it. But I've lost a level of money and I survived, and that has increased my risk appetite to know that if I didn't die when I lost this money, no, this one can't make me die, right? So know your risk appetite and invest accordingly. Number 6, start small. Start small, which buttresses the fact of knowing your risk appetite. Begin with a manageable amount and gradually increase your investment. It's often said that when you start investing, never invest money you cannot afford to lose. So start small and increase your investment gradually as your risk appetite grows and as you gain understanding of investment. All right. Then finally, what I will say is regularly review and adjust your investments. So you need to periodically review your portfolio and then rebalance your portfolio as needed. Find out which area is doing better. So if you feel that this area is doing better than this, or this class of assets is doing better than this class, then you focus on building the one that is doing better while minimizing the one that is not doing so well, right? So that you can balance up on the risk and your profits, right, in the investment. So these principles can help everyone who is looking to start his or her investment journey lay a solid foundation as you begin this journey. It can help you lay a solid foundation and help you make very wise decisions as you go on the journey. I hope this has been very helpful. Tell me which tips stand out for you the most. Which of the advice, which of the 7 tips I've given you for beginners stands out the most for you? Drop your answers on the comment section, and I'll see you again when we talk about the different classes of assets that a beginner can start investing with. I remain your favorite money woman, and don't you forget, I am always rooting for your financial success.